Hi, this is Conroe with GhostlyGaming.com, and this week's video blog topic is over the League of Rage. Why League causes so much more rage than other competitive games in the past is something that I've wondered about for a long time, so I decided to look into it. More than any other game currently out, to include games like Call of Duty, League is special in that it causes more anger and aggression to those we call friends than any other game out there. First and foremost, I believe this comes from the fact of forced team cooperation. In times past, with games like Quake Arena and Unreal Tournament, they were competitive games, but abnormal people could stand out and truly carry a team despite really bad players. This can very rarely happen in League, and is usually the result of a good player playing a universally accepted overpowered champion. A few examples of this are Darius in the current meta, and Mordekaiser in Season 1. Both of these champions could stand alone just on items, not on getting an excessive amount of kills, and truly carry a team to victory. Instead is what is often the case especially in solo and duo queue, you're stuck with people that you generally don't know, who sometimes don't even speak English or communicate at all, or are simply trolling. This environment of forcing cooperation, if one person, or God help you more than one, refuses to listen or communicate or otherwise help, you're probably going to lose. Losing sucks. It really does. But it's a fact of life in any game, and we learn to live with it. The problem is, in other games, that losing usually lasts only about 5 or 15 minutes. In some cases, League can last as long as an hour, and that is a long time for rage to build up. That rage just starts building and building and building. And even if you're just losing by a little bit, it just starts snowballing. And unless you start doing real well, you're going to get really mad really quick. And an hour is a long time to stay mad. Compound that with the very likely snide remarks that you're getting from the enemy team. You have the setup for a temporary end to a friendship. I jest a bit, of course, with that, but I myself have raged so hard over this game that it has legitimately caused me to not talk to a couple of my friends for 2 or 3 days, if not 2 weeks in one case. It was really, really bad. The problem that I keep having, though, is I keep coming back to this game. Those moments when you're dominating are so awesome that it is almost like a legitimate drug. It really gets those endorphins pumping. It's really, really fun. The problem is you can have a game that very next session and get completely and totally thoroughly dominated. It's bad. It's real, real bad. In the end, everything ultimately comes down to if you have enough people to fill your game, whether you're playing 3s or 5s, Dominion, it doesn't matter. If you have enough people to fill your game, you're probably not going to have a lot of these issues, and you're probably not going to get nearly as mad. But if you even have one, what we call a Randy, which is a random person, if you have even one Randy, your day is just not going very good. That one person can bring down the whole game. That's the reason that the Brazilians get such a bad rap, is before they got their own server, they were rampant all over the US servers, and the problem is a lot of them don't speak very good English, and not speaking very good English on a predominantly English-speaking server causes a lot of communication issues and causes a lot of rage. League is one of those games where your personal abilities can ultimately not matter at all in the face of overwhelming badness that can be on your team. If you want a competitive game that is almost entirely based upon your skills as a gamer, go play Quake Live. The game is brutal and unforgiving to those that can't keep up with the bunny hopping and everything. League, though based on Dota, seems to be going forward on the premise that everyone wants to work together to win. But the problem is you have a lot of people out there that just do not care. Though the system that they've introduced called Tribunal, which is a community-driven effort to get those toxic people out of the current meta, is a good thing, and I really do hope it pans out. But until that does, League will continue to be one of the most toxic online gaming communities that exists. And this is bad, because Call of Duty, there's a lot of people that get really mad. and string together a series of insults and otherwise abusive remarks to just make for a really, really bad gaming experience. So that's pretty much my take on the whole thing. Until next week, if you liked the video, click like, and if you really want to see more, click subscribe. If you have any ideas for future videos, or if you just want to let me know what you think of this one, leave a comment in the section below, and we'll see you next time.